you did a really good job of taking what I was saying and getting to the core that identity, is this central issue. And we see in ourselves as adults that when we do not understand our identity, both as image bearers and as image bearers that are fallen, that we just, like we get into all sorts of spiral of weird ideas about who we are, whether, like we are the most worthy person, in the world, or whether we're worthless. And not understanding actually at the core that like I can do absolutely nothing to change the fact that I am an image bearer of God. Like I can't do anything. And so some of the problems that come down the line is that if we don't set this solid foundation, our kids are more likely to buy into the lies of society, are more likely to buy into the lies of gender identity or of critical race theory. I like to use the analogy of a pit. When we look at something like, just critical theory in general, we see this pit that if our kids, get too close to the edge, they're gonna fall in and they're going to get hurt. And so we have several options. We can steer as far away as possible, like never walk on the block where the pit is and think we're protecting our kids. But one day, when they're old enough and they start to think for themselves, they're gonna go down that block where the pit is and they might fall in. Or what we can do is we can build a fence around it. We can build a fence around the pit and just say, okay, don't go in there. That's dangerous. See it, stay away. Or we can actually take a backhoe and we can fill in that pit with dirt, with the truth, so that our kids understand, what the truth is. So we don't want our kids, to fall down this pit of not understanding who they are as image bearers and who people are as redeemed humans. And so we need to make sure that first we're establishing this biblical foundation so that they're much less likely to be enticed by these lies in the future. And so a lot of that, we can maybe get into this a little bit more later, but a lot of that will have to do with helping them identify the difference between emotions that align with truth and emotions that distract from